All right, in today's video, I want to show you how tags work in Voicenotes because this is pretty much how I organize everything in the app. This is one of those features that seems simple at first, but once you start using it, everything is a lot easier to find later. So instead of folders, Voicenotes uses tags. So rather than putting a note in one place and leaving it there, you can give it multiple tags depending on what it's about. That means that one note can sit under multiple categories, which makes it a lot more flexible. So I'm going to use a real note as an example here. As you can see on my screen, this is a product marketing meeting that I recorded earlier. If we have a scroll through it, there's a lot in here about sales plays, launch timing, checklists, market motion, and who owns certain dates. So this is a good example of a note that could probably live under multiple tags. So if we scroll back up to the top and you have a look here, underneath the search and the Ask AI bar, this is where your tags live. So if I were to click on one, it would instantly filter my notes. So where it gets better is you can actually create your own tags. If we go to the plus sign on the far right here and click add tag. So let's just say I want a tag for notes like this that talk about sales plays. So I'm going to name this one sales plays. Then underneath, there's a section called Keywords for AI, and this is what makes auto tags work. So instead of manually tagging everything yourself, you can give Voicenotes a list of words or phrases to look out for. And if those show up in a note, whether spoken or typed, Voicenotes can apply the tag automatically. For this one, I'll probably add keywords like launch, checklist, add, enablement, add, and GTM motion, add. Those are all the phrases that have come up in this meeting, and they're the exact kind of terms that I want Voicenotes to recognize in future for this tag. So then I will go ahead and click create here. As you can see, it goes through your previous notes and finds a suggestion. So I want to select this one and click apply. So you can also add tags manually however you want. If I go down to the bottom of this note here and press our three dots, I can click tag there. From there, I can select our sales plays tag, and that's going to add that to the note. So now this note lives under meeting, but it also lives under sales plays. So that's the bit I really like. You're not forced to choose one category. You can have multiple for one note. And that's really why this works better than folders. If this was a folder system, I'd have to decide whether this lived under meetings or sales plays and pick one. Here, I don't have to choose. Because this meeting covers a few different topics, I could easily imagine tagging it more than one thing. Maybe meetings, sales plays, or even creating a tag like launch. The other nice thing about tags is it gives the Ask AI more context. So if I've got a bunch of notes and I want to ask something specific, like what did we decide about launch readiness, or who was supposed to define the checklist, having those notes grouped together under the right tag makes it much easier to pull focused answers. So tags are not just about organization, they also make the AI of the app more useful because your notes have more structure around them. If you ever want to change a tag later, you can do that as well. We come back down to our three little dots here, select tag, and as you can see, there's a little settings cog right next to it there. So you can click on that, and there you can add or remove your keywords for AI or rename it. So if I realize later on that another phrase keeps coming up in these notes, maybe something like launch readiness, I can just add that as a keyword. So you have two options. You can let Voicenotes do it all automatically, or you can add the tag manually yourself. So with a note like this one, I can record a long product marketing meeting, let Voicenotes transcribe it, and then use tags to make sure that I can easily find it later. Once you start doing that across a lot of notes, it makes it easier. If I go up to the search bar up here, that's where you'll see our tags. So I can go ahead and click on our sales plays there, and it will bring up the related notes that have those keywords that I've popped into the tag, and it will automatically tag those. So it's a really simple feature, but very useful once you start building into it how you use the app. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Please let me know your best use cases for tags, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.